And I know I uploaded already, but since we got into Joseph's dreams, it kind of reminded me of another topic I wanted to talk about. And I happen to have an envelope that needs to be wax sealed. So we can get right into that. My desk is a little dusty. Anyways, envelope. Let me set these aside. Cool. We sit here, you know the drill. We gotta clean off. It's kind of dirty. Gotta clean off the spoon. There's some still residual wax, so I got my candle here. As for what I wanted to talk about, also, thank you for joining me again. If you watched my last video today, or just thanks for joining me regardless. It's a beautiful day. It's great. It's like so sunny outside. No, I'm not gonna go Valley Girl on anybody. But what I wanted to talk about is dreams. Since Joseph is having dreams, I wanted to discuss like biblical dreams and dream interpreters, how reliable they can be. I've never had my dreams like quote unquote professionally interpreted, but I did have a lot of crazy dreams when I was younger. This should be almost ready to get cleaned out. Yeah, so biblical dreams, like what Joseph was having. Gotta wipe this out. Gotta put you down. He dreamed about the little wheat sheaths or whatever. They were bowing to him. And that's gonna be like a signal that, oh, maybe one day he's gonna rule over his brothers. Spoilers? Maybe. But I always thought the idea that dreams could be like a message from God to be very interesting. And very cool, actually. Like, imagine all you have to do is sleep and you get like a message from the big man upstairs, you know? It's pretty cool if you ask me. The problem is, I think a lot of the interpretations of dream interpreters can be like lost to time. Oh, that's my like little topic page, sorry. Like, I don't know how accurate dream interpreters are today. Like, you know, you got your standard definitions for basic dreams, like teeth falling out or something, and that's that. But I don't think those are biblical, in a sense. Now, disclaimer, I'm nowhere near a professional in this at all, but I'm just stating from what I think or how I feel on the topic. I don't think I could really trust a lot of dream interpreters. I don't even know how many there are out there. I haven't really looked into it. But if there's a lot, I am curious as to how accurate they are. Simply for the fact that it's like, it's really crazy. Like, does that mean every dream you have has meaning? Or are some meaningless? I think some of them are just meaningless. My little spoon fell. I think some of them are meaningless, to be honest. Like, I don't know, I've had some wacky dreams where I thought, did I take acid before I went to bed? No, I did not. But I digress. I had some weird dreams that I highly doubt had any meanings to them. Just the brain doing its brain things at night. But I think sometimes dreams do have meanings. Do you guys think I should put a silver with this? I don't know. Forest green's like one of my favorite colors. I don't know if I should use two of them. Why not? Got like lots of colors here. Just so many colors. But anyways, yeah, I think some are meaningless and some are meaningful. It's time to light the candle. Actually, let me arrange these first so it doesn't burn out too soon. As you know, I like to arrange them a certain way. So I'm thinking, because yes, it will interfere with the initial pour. I think I'm going to put the silver on top. Yes, that will do nicely, hopefully. Don't set anything on fire. Cool. Now we wait. Like, for instance, when I was younger, I had dreams where I think I was like 8 or 9 when they started. I would start having sleep paralysis. Like, I would get it a lot. But not just sleep paralysis. It wasn't just that. I would have very similar dreams and a lot of recurring dreams. I would have this one particular recurring dream that always freaked me out. Like, it was super scary. I felt like this deep foreboding. I don't know how to describe it. It was just this horrible fear and this darkness. Like, it felt evil, whatever it was. And so in the dream, it's just all black. Like, just imagine you're in a void of black. You can't really see anything. But then you see this brown and black snake. It looks kind of like a copperhead. In the dream, it looked kind of like a copperhead. And it would come out of the darkness, like it would come out of the shadows or whatever. And it would start wrapping itself around, I guess, my body. But I couldn't really see my body that well at the time during the dream. And I feel this, like, growing fear, like something bad is about to happen. And I just feel it growing more and more as the snake continues to circle me. And then it's like I see its head go across my face and then go back around. And it's very slow. I can't move very well either. It's like I'm petrified. I'm not paralyzed, like I can move, it's just very slow. Like I'm moving through very thick mud or something. And how's this doing? Swell. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys the stamp I picked. I picked the mushrooms. I know you've seen me use this one already, but I really like this one. It's very cute. Anyways, the snake would go around until eventually the dream would cut out. And it's because the snake would have gotten me. Sometimes the dream will end differently. Sometimes the snake will be going in to bite me and then it ends. Or sometimes the fear will just become too much and I'll know it's about to get me and then I'll wake up. And I had that dream many, many times. I don't know why. To this day, I don't really know exactly what those dreams, if they had meaning, means. I believe they had meaning, because as you know, snakes had significance in the Bible. They were not a good thing. They were not a good sign. So, I don't know what those dreams are about, but they were not fun. And sometimes I would have other dreams where they were not that particular dream, but I would still see the same snake in the vicinity. It would still be there. Maybe not at the forefront of whatever dream I was having, but it'd still be there lurking, if that makes sense. Or I'd see different snakes, different type of snake, you know. A lot of snake dreams, they kind of freaked me out. Makes me a little, I don't want to say nervous to talk about, but I just don't want them coming back. It was bad. And then, as I got older, I would still get those dreams, but I would also get, oh, do I need to stir that a little bit? Maybe I need to stir that. Let me get my little razor. I would also have different dreams too. I had a lot of like, sorry, the video cut out. I had a lot of really bad negative dreams. very bad ones where I would die a lot, or someone else would die. And one of the dreams I would sometimes have would be me drowning somewhere. Like, I would have a lot of drowning dreams where I actually wasn't breathing in real life. Like, because I was holding my breath in the dream, and I guess my brain thought I was seriously trying to hold my breath, so it did it anyway. Also, that looks really pretty. The camera does not do it justice of how pretty that looks. Yeah, anyway, let's pour it. So, I would frequently have dreams with fires where I was struggling, trying to escape a fire, or, like I said earlier, water. And then, let's not even talk about the apocalypse dreams. It's about done. Oh, stamp. Come here, Stampy Stamp. I would have these zombie apocalypse dreams. Sometimes I'd be with people, sometimes I'd be on my own. But, you know, the apocalypse, zombies. Sometimes I would be doing pretty well, sometimes I would not be doing pretty well. Sometimes I would die, sometimes I wouldn't. I had quite a few of those dreams as well. I didn't have a lot of pleasant dreams growing up, I don't think. I don't know why. Sometimes, like I said, I'd get sleep paralysis. Remember the first dream when that started? That was pretty freaky. And then I woke up after said dream, and I couldn't move. And you know, as a kid, that's scary, because you don't know what sleep paralysis is. It would happen pretty frequently, sometimes after the snake dreams, as I said, or sometimes I would just start feeling it and become paralyzed. Like, I can't explain it. Like, sometimes I feel like I was awake, and then it would just, the fear, I would just start feeling this darkness or this evil just settle upon me. And then it wouldn't lift for a little bit, and I'd have to just sit there and wait for it to pass because I couldn't move. Sometimes I couldn't breathe either. Very freaky stuff. I also would experience, I don't want to say hallucinations, because I really think there was something messing with me. Sometimes I would be sitting there in my room or whatever, and then I'd feel that presence again, and then if I'd look somewhere, I'd see like a shadow on the wall, like a shadow of a spider or something. Sometimes just darker than black shadow on a room, in my room when I was like asleep or trying to sleep, so my room was dark, but you'd always just see this like darkness in the corner that was like not a normal lack of light, like it was just abnormal. And every now and then I'll feel that fear come back. Seldom, but I found a way to, I don't want to say fix it, but it does prevent it. It does help me sleep and prevent it from happening for the rest of the night. And I think this is how I know for sure that it's definitely something evil that was like messing with me, because I would put on either worship music or I'd listen to scriptures on low volume as I'm going to sleep. And I'd get on YouTube and put on someone to read for 8 hours the Bible, and it didn't happen the rest of the night. Every time that happens, I put on something to listen to, and I feel better and good the rest of the night. So, you take with that as you will, but I'm pretty sure those had some kind of meaning or some kind of evil attached to them. Or, I had made a post about this before. I made a post about this. I didn't get too much into detail, but enough to where you know what happened, to where I got home from church camp, right? And then I felt pretty close. Like, I felt a lot closer to Jesus, afterwards. But when I went to bed, when I laid down, I started, like, feeling that thing again, like that presence. And I was like, dang it, not again. But this time, it was different. This time it was worse. As I'm laying there, waiting for this to pass, because it becomes a little difficult to move and breathe, I start hearing this thing. Some kind of male voice whispering in my ear, and they were not saying nothing good to me. It was in some language I had never heard before. It sounded dark, like it was some crazy language it was whispering. And I'm telling you, it was words. I'm not crazy. I know what I heard. I heard this thing whispering in my ear, and then I started praying in my head, and eventually the whispering did fade. It did go away. And however, I was still pretty freaked out, so I got up and went to my mom's room to sleep in there. So I go in there to sleep. I laid down, because she was already asleep, okay? Mind you, she was already asleep. And sometimes she'll have like a little light on. I don't remember if the light was on or not, but I do remember I'm still awake at this point. I'm still awake, and I had just laid down, and then I start to feel it again. The thing followed me. So the next thing I know, I'm stuck there, starting to become paralyzed again, and then I feel something like grip my throat. And then I hear a voice again, but this time in perfect English. And it was a male voice, I guess, and it said, "Do you believe in God?" Now, I was trying to say yes as best I could, but this thing was like choking me out. I couldn't speak very well, but I finally managed to say yes in like a whispered, strained tone, because it was really hard to speak. And then after that, it went away. But that was really, that was terrifying. I didn't want to go to sleep after that. It's crazy some of the stuff that happens. But I know this is one of the things that really solidifies my faith, because I know this stuff is real. Like, if that evil is real, like if that stuff really happened to me, which it did, then there must be another side to it. It's real. I would love to read about anyone else's experience, like if you had a similar experience, or if you had something maybe happen and you're not sure, just share it. I love to read about stuff like that. I love to read stories like that. I love testimonies. I love reading about testimonies, actually. It's really cool, some of the stuff that people have experienced. It's crazy what God's done for people. It's just too much has happened. Too many things have happened to where I'm like, this is real, and nothing's taking that belief away from me. I will take that to my grave. Let's see how this turned out. Oh, it's so nice. Very pretty. Oh, and the grass. That's cool. The grass turned out silver, and then the rest kind of turned out green. That's actually good. Very nice. Let me get a little silver marker, just to emphasize the silver a little bit. But yeah, I would love to hear about any experiences that you may have had. Because this kind of stuff's pretty crazy. It's hard for me to believe that some people just turn a blind eye to some of this stuff and act like it's not real, but it's definitely real. What y'all think? Send worthy? I think so. Let's take a look at the ones I did so far. Check that out. Nice. I know similar colors, but this is blue and white and this is like greens. It's just hard to tell because the silver kind of overpowered it on the top there. I think this is one of my favorites. I really like this. Anyways. Yeah. Oh. And this one too. That was from one of the ones I did that I decided not to upload. But anyways, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day, night. Definitely share if you had any experiences like that or something different. I would love to hear about it. Anyway, thank you for joining me.